Hello! If you're just starting your YouTube channel and the only thing that stops you don't have a camera to film yourself, then long story short, just start with your iPhone or any other phone, whatever you have. You have no need to spend a lot of money on expensive equipment, especially when you're not really sure about your YouTube journey. Maybe it will be boring for you, or you don't really like filming yourself, or something else, like whatever reason. And then if you bought camera, you have it for making free videos and you're like, oh, I don't need it, and give up, and then it's just money that you spend on something useless. So start with this little thing. So my first videos were made with iPhone, and with this video for other channel I got about 300 subscribers. Better not to use selfie camera and use the main ones. And to use my main camera I often use this remote control from camera, so you can see me here and here. I found it very useful to understand if the shoot will be good enough or not. The only things I possessed in the beginning were microphone and tripod. And for microphone I used this one. It's like about 2 meters long wire, and the company BOYA. About tripod, I had really like the cheapest one, but I was very glad to understand that it goes well with my lightweight camera. If you have iPhone and you use it for filming, I really recommend you to turn off HDR options. Otherwise you can face issues with colors, because when you start editing, your colors will be really different from what you see on your iPhone. I used to film myself alone, so I really often use my Apple Watches, or I share screen from my iPhone to Mac or iPad, so I can see the picture and how I'm located, and is the picture good enough or not. And to be honest, I was very happy with my iPhone filming, and because I usually use it for like head speaking videos or for some vlogs, and iPhone stabilization is pretty good for it. The only thing that bothered me a lot was storage. I really hate to clear it, and when you film a lot, you have a lot of videos you need to delete, or like in my cases I also use B-rolls and you need to store them somehow, but you know, like storage not very flexible, and someday you just like, oh, you cannot film because you don't have space for it. So that was my main reason why I bought camera, and now I use camera a lot because I have a memory card that goes like about 60 gigabytes or even more, and I really enjoy it, but I still film something on my iPhone, for instance some B-rolls, or in places where I'm not really comfortable with camera, because when it's very crowded I don't really like to be filming myself with camera, and like because people really pay attention to you when you have this equipment. So how I chose camera. All reviews will tell you that equipment will depend on what are you going to shoot and how easy it should be. I wanted to make videos as easy as possible, and the camera should be lightweighted so it will be easy to grab and go. And I also didn't want to spend a lot of money on camera lenses, because I know I really wanted to be a photographer and I was really keen on about it, and it was my hobby in my teenager ages, but it's fucking expensive. The other thing that was very important for me is rotating display, so I can see myself on the screen near to the lenses. And right now I like gazing in the lenses at you, but it was very bad habit to get used to it, because like the display is nearby the lens, and here I'm looking at myself here, but not at you. And this is like the eye contact with your audience, so this is better, and now I really used to it. I really like to see in lens. When I was observing cameras, Sony just launched their Sony ZV-1 Mark II, and it was a new model of Sony ZV-1. I was really impressed, but I understood that I need to try the old version to understand how it goes with YouTube and so on, and I really didn't want to spend a lot of money on equipment until I got monetized. For my current camera, I bought not only camera, but memory card was included, additional batteries, stand for table and microphone, and like some other small things you need to buy yourself if you buy a new camera, and you will need to spend more money on it. So I decided that second-hand is good enough, and I was really happy with it. This second-hand set cost me 700 euros, and for Sweden this is the price of original one, the new model. And the prices in Sweden in shops starts from 600 euros, and this is without batteries and memory cards and so on. I'm still not very pro user, and I'm really getting used to my camera, and I don't really know all of the settings I have on this camera, but I think it's doing a really good job for my videos. For the vlog purposes, I don't think the stabilization is good enough. It's kinda okay-ish. So I'm thinking about buying a gimbal for camera. And Sony ZV-1 is a perfect camera for beginners. If you just start a YouTube channel, it's just very compact, it's lightweighted, it's easy to use, and it takes very nice photos as well. If you have a YouTube channel, please tell me in the comments what was your first camera. I'm really interested how you started. And if you're just going to start your YouTube channel, I have a video about my steps, what I did to start these videos. Thank you. Bye bye.